Hey, welcome. It's Brian, and this is Guitar Solo Reactions, and today is a special one. We are reacting to covers of one of the most iconic guitar solos of all time, and that, of course, is Eddie Van Halen's Eruption. I was thinking of another song. I thought maybe Beat It might be kind of fun because there's a ton of covers of that. But to be honest, that wasn't as iconic to me as Eruption. And for me personally, actually, it was Spanish Fly, which was on Van Halen too. But I consider this one, since it's been covered by so many people, this would be the most fun to do. And I believe the original is the best, but I actually have one from Eddie Van Halen in here just for fun. It is probably later in the 80s, like late 80s. We'll find out when we get there. I just kind of lined up a bunch. There's actually even a violin cover of this as well by a player named Jill, who's in the incredible band Unlucky Morpheus. So anyway, we are starting first off with Cole Roland. I have not heard of him ever. This video has gotten tons of views, millions of views, and his channel has 1.4 million subscribers. So he's got a big channel. So here we go with Cole Roland. Tone-wise, he's definitely really close. I hear a few discrepancies. I couldn't even get close, obviously, either, but this will be fun to do. I think tone-wise, like how it sounds, it's pretty damn close. I'd say pretty good. We'll see at the end of the day what my favorite is. That had some great elements. What I think we'll discover, and if you've worked on this, you'll probably know this, I think the tapping part's the easiest part. It's some of those really fast, I don't know, the super fast, kind of not double picked, but that super fast picking stuff that seems like it'd be hard. And just keeping the flow of it. I would say that was a good one, though. So moving on. The next one we have is by 5150 Guitar Lessons. This one I believe has gotten quite a few views as well, in the 1.5 million range or maybe more, I don't know. I do not know this player's name, but we'll just go by his handle as far as channel is concerned, and he obviously does a lot of Eddie Van Halen content. So here we go. that one, I'm gonna say the ambience, like the reverb from it, at first really got me thinking like it would get really really close to the tone of it, and I think actually compared to the first one, Cole Holland, this one has more of the tone of the actual piece. I but I think the playing is like some of the fast kind of picking stuff is really close. But I mean, I think some of the flow was different, and it's kind of funny which player is better at what. So anyway, that is our second one. This is from let's see, 5150 guitar lessons. This actually has 1.4 million views. He's got a decent sized channel. So, all right, on to the next. So the next one is, of course, the originator of this great piece, and that is, of course, Eddie Van Halen. This is live from 1994. This could be a great version. It could be completely different and all of that. Who knows? I haven't watched him do this specific song in live video cuts probably ever. So I don't know how true to the original he stayed. And to me, he always had this great spirit of like not improvising a lot, but like, you know, he was okay with kind of trying different things and kind of winging it. So that's the magic of a lot of his playing and his songs. So here we go. Eddie Van Halen from 1994, Eruption. He's already doing something different. So there we have it, the incredible Eddie Van Halen doing his version of his own iconic piece. He kind of mixed it up, doing kind of like some Bach type-ish kind of, tapping type stuff. But what I'm going to say is, although he didn't really follow the whole kind of architecture of the song, he kind of hit the cool parts, the tapping parts, and some of the fast picking as well. He just has it. He just naturally has that flow that made it such a cool piece. Like when he's doing the tapping thing, the cool moving around kind of arpeggiation thing, it just seems so much smoother than anyone else. So, and that's not to make fun of anyone that's taken the time to learn this and really worked on it. I'm just saying, like, it's tough to recapture that original spirit of it, especially when it comes to Eddie Van Halen. So our next one is a gal. Her name is Jill. She's from Japan. She plays in the band Unlucky Morpheus. She is a virtuoso violin player who I've seen play many great guitar centric pieces on violin, solos and all. So I thought this would be fun to throw in just, for my own kind of edification, to kind of throw something in there that's slightly different and on a different instrument. So here we go. Jill doing Eruption. Wow. So I'm going to say that is in the spirit of the song. I think technically that would be probably pretty hard to play on violin. That part that he does, kind of that kind of swingy part, kind of in towards the beginning, is always the telltale sign. It's not the tapping, and in a way, also not the super fast picking stuff. It's just that part he swings the line in. And she did it as well, as best as she could, I think. And I think on this, I wonder if he heard this, what Eddie would think. I don't even know if he listened to people's do covers of his shit. He probably hated it. Who knows? But I would love to hear his thoughts on this person, Jill, playing his most iconic piece. So I would say that was pretty great. And I think a violin is a completely different instrument than guitar, obviously. Less strings, different tuning, a million things. And you have to be very precise with your intonation, obviously, because there's no frets. And you can't bend. There's a huge thing right there. So, super honorable mention for sure. Maybe not my favorite of all of these. I know what my favorite is already. So, we're going to do one more that's super popular, and that'll be it. And then we'll kind of go from there. All right, so for the next one, we're going to do Tina S., which this one is probably one of the most viewed covers of Eruption there is. It's got 23 million views or something like that. I've done several videos of Tina's before. She kind of hasn't really done much in the last decade, roughly. These are all probably 8 years old, something like that. So it's been a while, but since it's so popular, I'm going to do it. So here we go, Tina S. doing Eruption. That part she did great. That's the swing part I was talking about. What I don't, first off, I just don't like the flanging. I think if she had way less flanging, it would be, almost perfect. So. That was incredible. I think Tina S's is almost my favorite, or is my favorite. The only thing I would say is the flanging's too much. You couldn't hear some of the articulation of the notes and stuff, so they're all there. And she had kind of the most smoothest approach to the fast picking, and the kind of tapping stuff sounded really, really great. Sounded just like Eddie's to some degree. So I think we'll find one more Eddie to cap this off, and then that'll be it. So I definitely appreciate you watching this. If you're an Eddie Van Halen fan and this is sacrilege to you, I'm sorry. Eddie Van Halen is a dear player to me as well. I can't say he was an influence on me really a lot, but I mean, I grew up listening to him and I still listen to him today. So his impact on guitar is immense, to say the least. So we've got one last one to do, and that, of course, is the master himself, Eddie Van Halen. This is live in 1978. The audio may be pretty questionable, but I figured we should end with him, the person that created this iconic piece of guitar history. And here we go. Yeah, it sounds good. That part, the closest was Tina S to getting that fluid, kind of like relaxed picking of that super fast part. I think it's the hardest part of the song. I think to get the flow. So there we have it. Eddie changing guitars, obviously, to get it tuned up. Playing the Ibanez Explorer that he carved out and kind of, I mean, in his own words, I believe, wrecked, tonally. And what a great version. I don't think the record's out yet because wouldn't he kind of get closer to the recorded version? Because I think that's what people would want to hear. He did lots of the parts, but it isn't note for note or whatever. And Eddie wasn't necessarily a note for note guy when it comes to Eruption or like solos. And I don't think he was like some, always trying to improvise either. But this definitely had some different elements. And I think this is my favorite by overall. But I would say Tina S is a really, really strong contender. With the only caveat of the, too much flanging, kind of covering up some of the notes that you can't hear the articulation, which was there. So hopefully this was fun. I'm sure other people have done this before, but I don't really care. But I wanted to do it. It was something I thought about, and I have not really watched people cover it, to be honest. I obviously heard it a ton on the radio when I was a kid, had the record. Occasionally would hear Eddie kind of do parts of it, but I have not watched any of these videos that we watched today. So, hey, thanks for joining me. If this is something you kind of dig, please subscribe, like, and comment. Throw your favorite version. If you know of another cover of this or another version of Eddie doing it, please put it in the comments. I'd love to watch more. Hi, I'm Brian. This is Guitar Solo Reactions. See you soon.